Hello everyone, it's so good to see you. So, growing up in the 90s, if you were a fan of Nintendo, anything Nintendo, it was very hard to find any kind of merchandise out there in the wild. I have like a few random things here and there. This little Mario figure, which is still in pretty good condition. This is like from 2002. There's this random Johnny Lightning car that has Ocarina of Time Link on it. I don't know from whence it came, but I am going to protect this with my life. And then there's like some shirts I had. There was like a Paper Mario Thousand Year Door shirt where he's swinging the hammer and it says Hammer Time on it. Just the most generic thing you could possibly find. I had one from Nintendo Power. It was like 20 hearts, just 20 full hearts on a plain black shirt. That's all that was on there. And the back had something like, do you have the hearts? Which I don't remember that line from Zelda, but apparently it was important enough to have on a shirt. And it's just so crazy to me now that you can walk into a lot of different stores and just find stuff for Nintendo, mostly Mario related, but if you look and dig around a bit more, you can find some of the more niche things. There are so many fan-made, fan-run vendors and also third parties like Fangamer that provide these sort of things for us now, but it's when Nintendo does it themselves that gets me really excited. Last year was the first time ever that I went to a Nintendo World Store out in New York. I was originally there to demo Metaphor ReFantazio before the game came out, and I ended up making a whole lot of friends there. And we ended up going to the Nintendo World Store directly after because of course we did. So imagine my excitement when I discovered that a new Nintendo World Store was opening in San Francisco, right in my backyard essentially. I unfortunately was not able to get any of the passes for the opening day weekend. Those flew out so fast, but it's been a week now, so right now during the first week you're able to just walk on in. And I'll tell you what, for being 11 a.m. on a Thursday, there was a line outside to get in. It's definitely the hot spot right now. It's going to be for quite a while, and that kind of affected some of the stock in store. But still, regardless, let's go ahead and take a brief little tour inside of the new Nintendo World Store in San Francisco. You are immediately greeted by everything that makes this specifically the San Francisco store. You may have caught a glimpse of these already, but you can get a wide assortment of different characters available in the same poses that you see in the larger statues in the Nintendo World stores. So there's Mario, there's Link, there's Isabelle with the Nooklings, the Inkling from Splatoon, and also Pikmin. There's not a larger statue of the Pikmin in the World Store in San Francisco, so I thought it was pretty special to have that here as well. These are $50 each, so I really wanted to get up close and look at their quality. And honestly, they're pretty nice for the price that they are. They may seem pretty expensive, but there are a lot of figures out there of characters. Some are in fact better quality. You got like posable ones like Figma, for example, of these characters. And yeah, I think for what we have here, this is a fairly decent quality for the price points. Of course, there's a lot of San Francisco specific themed stuff on here. You've got different shirts, hoodies, water bottles. Unfortunately, a lot of the apparel that's available at the store right now, because it's the first week, they're kind of already cleaned out of certain sizes. So there's pretty much always guaranteed to be small and like 2XL. And I'm neither of those. So basically, if you're a white Pikmin or a purple Pikmin, you got your size covered. If you're anything in between, you're out of luck for the moment. But of course, we're going to start with the man himself. The largest section of the store in the first area is dedicated to Mario. I love the assortment of tableware on display here. You've got these different Mario containers, the question mark box, the brick box. They have these Mario plushies inside of them just waiting to be taken home. There's these different bags available. There was these sticky notes where if you pull on them, you eventually get like a Mario item instead of a coin, which I thought was really neat. You've got mugs, you got coasters. Some of the shelves you'll notice are just empty right now because, I mean, it's the first week. There's so many people going in and getting stuff. Different shirts available, like with Peach, with Bowser, Luigi, Mario. Still pretty much only in small and extra large right now, so I'm gonna have to come back and hopefully they'll be better stocked with different sizes. You got the hats, of course Mario's gonna promote hats. You got some really snazzy stuff like this Mario Kart jacket right here. I checked a little bit later as I was leaving the store and it was already gone, so these things just fly off the shelves right now. There's like this really cute section that had this Yoshi egg themed tea set. This was amazing. I'm just like, I want one of these now. There are these little plush keychains, and you'll see myself struggling a little bit. If you open them up, there's actually a little rubber keychain of said Yoshi's color inside. Really squishy egg pillows, this assortment of Yoshi cups. Despite the fact that it's a small section, I'm really glad that he got some representation here. I love collecting different, Nintendo themed pillows. Unfortunately, no Luigi, but I mean, that's to be expected. He's the better Mario brother, so of course he'd be sold out before Mario. So I've actually already picked up a collection of tableware like dishes and plates beforehand at a previous Nintendo World store. I haven't made use of it yet because I haven't really got my own place to use it in, but I hope one day I'll be able to freely put those out on my own table. Pretty much every section has these little cubbies that have a lot of the shirts, apparel, different dishware, all on display, and it just looks really nice. Moving away from the Mario collection, the other big one on the first floor was Animal Crossing. And as you might expect from Animal Crossing, there's a lot more stuff here that caters to like more home living, the kitchen space. You can like write down your own recipes and save them in this book. You've got this really cute cookie jar with the Able sisters, and a quote I've been seeing more often in the store: every day is a new day. You've got water bottles, measuring cups, a lot of different little things on display around the Isabelle and Nookling statue. If you're a big Animal Crossing fan, as I'm sure many of us are, I bet you'd be pretty tempted to just deck out your house in Animal Crossing themed items like this. We've got some shirts and sweaters with Brewster, of course. I wish they were in my size. Kitchen towels, coffee items. This little tea set with Brewster on it is unfortunately not available. I think it's the exact same tea set you can get in the game itself. One day. I want to get those one day. Themed to New Horizons, there's just a lot of travel stuff as well. Food storage, picnic items, a foldable chair, slippers. You can rep Dodo Airlines if you wanted to. These look very nice. You've got wallets, carrying bags, a different assortment of items to take out on the go, like tumblers and different water bottles. Fittingly, a nice collection of items to inspire you to get out there and be on the go. As well as plushies of some of the more fan favorite characters. Just gonna go and invite Marshall to my island now. I was surprised to find a couple of things that were just ripped directly from the Japanese store. Some notepads that just say Dobotsu no Mori on them. Very cool. Do you want your own Alarmo? We've got every Alarmo you could ever ask for over here. There was a very recent download update for Alarmo that included Animal Crossing New Horizons, and now I'm tempted. We of course have the collection of Nintendo Switch online controllers, including the NES, Super Nintendo, the Genesis controller, and N64, along with every combination of Joy-Con colors you can imagine, as well as some single ones. I'm keeping an eye out for that GameCube controller. If you're lacking any first-party Nintendo games, we've got you covered right here. As well as a nice display of all the Switch models available right now. Gonna need to make some room for Switch 2 though. And speaking of controllers, if you by any chance still want to purchase a Nintendo Switch OLED model, you can do so right here and customize a pair of Joy-Con to any color combination that you like. I'm just messing around with it a little bit here. You can get a black or white dock. You can also customize the rail colors. If I still wanted the OLED version of the Nintendo Switch and I didn't already have the Tears of the Kingdom version, this is a very solid place to do so. I do wonder how actively this is going to be used to buy consoles, considering the Switch 2 is coming out in less than 2 weeks now. But yeah, that was pretty much the entire first floor, and downstairs I am greeted immediately by the very impressive looking Inkling statue. There's such a fun and different energy when looking around all of the Splatoon items. There's a bunch of water bottles, pins, keychains, towels, a lot of stuff that want you to really be out there and active. There are Inkling and Octolink plushes available. I feel like I kind of need to replace the one I have now. It's getting very old and flattened out at this point. Of course, one of the most obvious things that Splatoon would have is apparel. You've got this worn out shirt that the hero wears at the very beginning of Splatoon 3. A lot of stuff with the in-game logos, of course, very loud designs, which makes sense for Splatoon. It's going to be very colorful and out there. You've got these blind boxes with different shoes you can get from the game. These were so amusing. I had to get at least one of them. If you want a sweater that's even louder than the Mario one, there's this Splatoon one with pretty much all the logos that you can see in the game. It's a mishmash of things. It takes a special kind of person to pull this one off. Oh, you got like shoelaces here as well? That's so cool. There's Good Boy Judd plushes as well as Lil Judd. You better behave. There's some Shiver and Fry plushies looking for a new home, and some more apparel. I'm more of a fan of the like muted, quieter designs, not so much the loud ones that have the iconography just front and center. We got some socks for your naked feet. But you know what's not naked? My shelf with Amiibo. There's so many Amiibo available that you just never see out there in the wild anymore. As expected, it was the Smash Brothers line that was pretty much already sold out. So you got a lot of the classic Mario series that's here, the Zelda series. This was definitely full when the store was open just days ago, but as you might expect, the store has them flying off the shelf. Oh, there's a Shulk Amiibo. When was the last time you saw Shulk just hanging out in the store? Whoa! I'm so happy to see the different arrangement of Pikmin merchandise available. There's just so many things here, man. There's little keychain plushes of everyone, including the rock Pikmin. Even though they're supposed to be angular, they're just kind of blobby, but I still love them for that. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this assortment of Pikmin items. Okay, so we have the blue Pikmin as a drink cover in case you want to keep your drink nice and warm or cold. There's the red Pikmin to hold up sticky notes, any kind of notes you have. The purple Pikmin will hold up your pencil. The yellow Pikmin will hold your charging cable for you, which is so fitting. The rock Pikmin, of course, is the paperweights. There's a little mini dish for the white Pikmin, and the flying Pikmin up here is like a little magnet to hold something down as well. These are wonderful. There's a little blind box for these as well. I had to get at least one, and I hope I get a really nice one. I'm going to open these up very soon. These potted, this is something I always wanted to see, man. These potted plants with just room for a single flower. That's so great. This clock looks lovely. There's stationery, there's pins, this funny little bag where it has Bulborb just hungrily looking at all the Pikmin. We got socks. Oh man, I gotta get an assortment of Pikmin socks now. I can only wear short socks these days. There's some tote bags so that you too can carry things around like the busy Pikmin that you are. There's a larger section for Pikmin available than I ever expected there to be, but it's great to see. Kirby, while he doesn't have the hugest section in the store, thankfully got at least something. There's apparel available, big and small plushies. There's hats available in case you ever wanted to stretch the visage of Kirby over your head. I love shaker charms. Look at this, with the food inside Kirby. That's so lovely. We got Kirby plushes. Oh, I'm so happy to see him here. One of my sister's first games is Kirby in the Forgotten Land, so I'm pretty sure I need to get something from here at some points for her. It is great to see people finally realizing just how marketable Kirby is. So I may not have ever actually been to one of the real-life Pokemon centers, but the Nintendo store section is pretty much a little preview and taste of it. You've got some really nice full arts wraparound shirts for like your water types, your fire types with Gigantamax Charizard, your grass types. Don't worry, nobody saw me drop this. Of course, a big emphasis on Paldean Pokemon plushies right now, as well as some other starters. Please adopt a Smolip near you today. The store in New York had a really impressive section for Team Rocket apparel on display. This is the only thing I saw there at this point, but hopefully there's more in the future. You got an Eevee section, because of course you gotta have an Eevee section. And next to Eevee, all things Pikachu. Particularly a lot of stuff for the kitchen. Jigglypuff has got some love, and probably my favorite thing of the whole section, this really fluffy Wooloo backpack, just completely covered in its sheep's wool. Will probably get dirty very easily, but the concept is very much on point. Is this Pichu okay? Looking a little flat there. You've got a healthy amount of Detective Pikachu here too, and some other starters from different regions. But where's my boy Sirfetch'd? Moving on, there was just a single small section for Metroid. There's not a whole lot here. There's some shirts available. There's this one with Samus's entire wireframe look on it. I thought that one was really cool. Probably the coolest of the bunch. There's like this morph ball looking bag that's very compact, but then it unfolds into a much bigger bag with the same wireframe on it. And I think the most interesting thing here was the very classic looking water bottle. It even has some art from the original games. I think I spent the most time looking around the Legend of Zelda section. There's just so many cool things here. A bit more classy, honestly, than stuff you find in the other sections. There's a beautiful assortment of different mugs and cups. These ones with Koroks. There's one with the fairies in it and says The Legend of Zelda inside. The heart container ones that change color depending on your drink is hot or not. These lovely pins. There was no Majora's Mask pin available, unfortunately. I'm gonna get that one day. Oh, there was these really cool like brain teaser items that you put together yourself. One of the Master Sword, one of the Triforce, and one of the Hylian Crest. Unfortunately, there was no Master Sword available and only a couple of the Triforce. There's also a healthy amount of shirts available and on display here as well, particularly the flannel ones. You might notice I'm also wearing a Legend of Zelda shirt right now, particularly from Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't get this from the Nintendo World Store, it's actually from PAX, but this was available at the store as well, just in like one size. There's a whole Korok section with things like pins and bags and keychains, earrings. You can take home your own Master Sword, Hylian Shield, and Daruk, the latter two being from the first 4 figures line. I really love this art that we're seeing more often now too, with Ganondorf, Link, and Zelda. It's on this nice pillow, it's on some of the water bottles. Just an overall really striking work of art. There's even stuff for collectors of heart containers and rubies. If you're missing any of these Zelda art books, this is the place to get them as well. And maybe a Bokoblin plushie to accompany it. I love that there's an entire business casual section specifically for The Legend of Zelda. You've got the nice but subtle dress work shirts that you can wear to the office, a tie, you can update your wallet, get some nice crew socks, and you're ready for business and or The Legend of Zelda. But that was my first experience at the Nintendo World Store in San Francisco, and I got a few nice things out of it. So I spent probably a bit more than I intended to. But I was even held back by the fact that there were some shirts that I wanted to get that were not available in my size. Regardless, I want to pull out the main thing that I got there. First and foremost, I did in fact get one of the figures. And if you're wondering which one it is, you might be surprised to know it was the Pikmin one. I don't often see any kind of figures specifically for Pikmin. Like I have some for The Legend of Zelda. There's like a figure of Luigi I have back there. There's some Animal Crossing ones in form of Amiibo. There's like one Pikmin Amiibo that was ever really released alongside the Smash Brothers one with Olimar. But there's not really any kind of figurines that kind of represent Pikmin. So I really wanted to get this one first. I'll probably get more in the future against my better judgment. But this is a lovely quality, you know? I really wanted to represent Pikmin somewhere, maybe in the background once I get things sorted out. But that was one of the first things that I got. I really loved the pillow. This is like, it's a solid firm pillow too. So I'm probably gonna throw it back there and just let it be. It's part of the set now. I got something for the family. I don't think I showed this in the video actually, but there's this nice assortment of different cups available as well. Stacking cups, a set of 4. If you look really closely over here, I have pretty much this exact thing, kind of. Not exactly, I guess they're on the flagpole, they're on the vine here. But Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. And so it kind of reminded me of that. And I've got 3 sisters, so I hope they can share. They better learn to share these. Oh, these are hand wash only, not the dishwasher? Uh-oh. Well, they can clean it instead. Oh yeah, when I signed in with my my Nintendo account, the person there gave me a free sticker. And they gave me a Zelda sticker. They knew what I like. So I may have gotten a few blind boxes, the one for Splatoon, the Pikmin one, as well as this other Splatoon one for a keychain. I don't have a problem, I swear. Let's open this one first. This is the Splatoon keychains, which has a nice variety of different logos that you see from within the game. There's not one in particular I think I would want. There is one secret one. We got lucky the other day. Well, that was like last year, but we got lucky with the Chef Toad. That was like also a blind box at Universal Studios. That was the secret one. So I wonder if we're gonna get the secret one here as well. Let's take a quick look. Oh, I know this guy. This is the little running squid you see in some of the advertisements around the square. This little guy right here. I thought this was gonna be like a hard plastic, but it's like a nice rubbery texture instead. I don't want to bend it too much. This is a really good quality, actually. I love that you can see there's like so there's supposed to be a trademark or copyright emblem here, but it has like a little squid symbol inside instead for their language. I love the world building in this game. The next one is the pair of sneakers, which I had to be very careful with opening because I know in the inside there's an actual shoebox inside. So opening this up, oh my goodness, it comes in like the actual like film paper that you get when you buy a pair of shoes. And oh, here we go. We got, oh, these are the ones that the Inkling wears. The pink sneakers. It's like, this has, you can't really see it very well. It's actual shoelace texture. So it has a nice soft fabric to it. That's amazing. It really is just a pair of shoes. This is amazing quality. I would love to get another pair and see if I can get something different, but this is so silly. You know what's something you can do with these in your spare time? Is this the quality content you subscribe for? I don't recommend that unless your fingers are small enough. Yeah, this is amazing. I'm gonna probably, when I find time, I'm gonna hang this up on my wall along with my other pins and keychains. But yeah, that's incredible. I'm definitely gonna keep the shoebox as well. This is this is too perfect. And the last blind box I got was this with the Pikmin figure collection. So you can get either the magnet, the paperweight, the mini tray, the pen stand, the memo stand, the cable cover, or the cup lid. And I'm honestly happy with any of these. These are all so lovely. If you saw the footage earlier, they're all just perfectly and in character with what they all do and are. So I want to put it over there. Let me go ahead and open this real quick. Lo and behold, we have, oh my goodness, I was kind of hoping for this one, honestly. It's the cup cover. This is incredible. I love how it's just the blue Pikmin. Looks like it's just popping out of your drink. I definitely need something like this because I have a bunch of different cups and mugs I have around in my room that just kind of sit around for a bit too long. this is a bad example because it's a tumbler, but it just goes on top. I'll definitely get some mug later and show it off in the future, but I wish it didn't have the made in China up here on top. That kind of ruins it. I kind of want to scratch it right off. Why couldn't it be on the bottom or something? That just gets in the way. But yeah, this is I love this. So I thought that was the last thing, but I forgot. Because I got the Mario texture of the receipt at checkout, I also received a commemorative coin with Mario on it specifically. I think everybody gets one of these for a limited time while the store is still in its like grand opening week or few weeks. But yeah, it says the opening date in the back, May 15th, 2025. And this particular one has Mario on it. John specifically instructed me to steal Mario, and it looks like the Nintendo World Store itself didn't want to see him be let down. So yeah, I think this counts. Also, one quick shout out to everybody that brought their 3DS to the Nintendo World Store. That we are few, but you are keeping the dream alive. So yeah, that was my very first experience out at the Nintendo World Store in San Francisco. It's a very lovely place, very well put together. I'm going to be back there real soon, sooner than I thought actually, because as I was at the store, that's when they released the reservations, the Warp Pipe passes for the Switch 2 release events at that exact store. So the one for 9 o'clock, they immediately were already sold out. So I got the one for 9:30. I'll be there the night of. I'm really excited. I've never been to a store like this for a console release. So it's going to be a big deal. I'm going to be there recording some stuff as well. Maybe make that its own video. And yeah, it's just a very exciting time to have a store like this out in the area. But that's all from me for now. What are your experiences with the Nintendo World Store? Have you ever been to the one in New York? Maybe the one in Japan? Do you ever plan on being at the one in San Francisco? I'd like to know about it in the comments. Stay tuned to GVG for more news and coverage on the Switch 2 leading up to its release and beyond. If you want to support us, we're on Patreon. You can follow us on Bluesky, as well as watch us on Twitch. I'm a little bit busy right now, so the Twitch isn't really happening at the moment. I'm sorry. We'll get back to it soon, I promise. But that's everything for now. Take care of yourself, everyone. Till we meet again.